I am Angelica Brasi Pantalion
And I am Mylene Joyce Manzo.
from BS1-2 Evening.
And we are representing the types of accidents in the workplace.
So let's get started. Oh, help me! Angeli, are you okay?
What happened?
Who's the one who did this mess?
I'm sorry. I think it's me. Sorry, Angeli.
Next time, be responsible of your mess. Look at me now.
I'm sorry.
I'm on an accident.
I'm sorry, Angeli. I will not do it
Okay.
again. Okay, Angeli. Let me help you.
Nimenzo, can you turn on the electric fan, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, Nimenzo! Help! Help! Can someone help me?
What's wrong with her?
She had an accident with electricity.
Yo, call 911.
Okay.
So, what is the primary assessment for CPR? So, during the primary assessment, you are checking for any life-threatening conditions, including the unconsciousness, the absence of breathing, the absence of pulse, and severe bleeding.
Check for responsiveness, and if the victim is conscious, obtain consent. If no response, someone for advanced medical personnel.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica Jane A. Kylie,
And I'm WJ Bidasa.
and we're going to present the ABCs of CPR. So first is danger. So check the surrounding if there's any danger before you approach the person. Miss, are you okay?
Ways to prevent injury. Preventing injuries is actually crucial for maintaining a healthy and active lifestyle. While it's impossible to, eliminate all risk, this is actually several key strategies and practices that can significantly reduce the likelihood of injuries. So number one, warm up and stretching. So basically, prior to any physical activity or exercise, it's essential to warm up your body and perform stretching exercises. And a proper warm up also increases blood flow. So warm ups the muscles and enhances flexibility, reducing the risk of any strains and sprains. So number two, it's proper technique and form. Whether you are engaging in any sports, weightlifting, or any other physical activity, learning and using proper technique and form is vital. Which incorrect, movements can lead to injuries. So basically, seek guidance from professionals or trainers to ensure um, that you're using the correct form um, in any type of sports. So number three, use protective gear. So depending on the activity, wearing appropriate um, protective gear is also essential, which helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, mouth guards, or safety goggles. It can provide added protection and reduce the severity of injuries. So number four, rest and recovery. So rest days are also crucial, which for allowing your body to recover from any physical activities. Overtraining and inadequate rest can increase, the risk of injuries due to fatigue and compromise performance. So number five, also listen to your body. Pay attention to any pain, discomfort or any signs of fatigue during physical activities. Pushing through severe pain can, exacerbate injuries. So basically, we need to listen to our body so that, you know, we can have you know, the injuries to prevent also. So stay hydrated. Proper hydration is also important for overall health and injury prevention. Dehydration can lead to muscle cramps and impair physical performance. So drink water before, during, and after exercise, to maintain proper hydration levels. And lastly, seek professional guidance. When starting a new sport or exercise program, considering consulting with a healthcare professional or a certified trainer, they can assess your fitness level, provide tailored recommendations, which it can guide you toward injury prevention techniques specific to your needs. So remember also that injury prevention requires a proactive approach, which is a commitment to safety and a willingness to prioritize your well-being. So by implementing these case strategies, and developing healthy habits, you can significantly, reduce the risk of injuries and maintain an active lifestyle. That's all.
I am Jerome Mendoza, and today I'm going to tackle about classifications of fire. So, a fire is classified according to the fuel it consumes. So there are different fuel types, means different ways of extinguishment. So class A is fire, or yeah. So class A is a fire caused by combustible materials, including paper, fabric, wood, and other flammable solids. So can be extinguished by temperature reduction. Boiling water is the most extinguishing agent. So next is class B. So class B is Class B is a fire caused by flammable liquids such as gasoline, kerosene, paint, thinners, and propane petrol. So, oxygen exclusion is the most effective to extinguish this. So, removal of fuel and temperature reduction can also be applied, as well as interruption of the chain reaction by dry chemical agents. So next is class C. So the class C is electric fire involving electric equipment, but upon removal of the electrical item, the class of fire is changed. Also, can sometimes be controlled by non-conducting extinguishing agent such as dry chemical, halon, oxygen. So safest procedure is to de-energize high voltage circuits and fight the fire appropriately depending upon fuel involved. involved. So next is the class D. So class D is I think it is steel. Fires. Fire is occur when a combustible metal, including potassium, aluminum, or magnesium, and many more, so that is hazarded in powdered form. So, water, other extinguishing agents are ineffective due to extremely high heat temperature. So, special extinguishing agents are available for control of fire and elemental. Yes. So lastly is class K. So class K are in the what? Fires that involve cooking, like vegetable oils, animal oils, or fats in cooking for appliances. So the best way to prevent this fire is to maintain the cleanliness of the kitchen, especially the cooking stoves. So LPG tanks and the hose and never leave kitchen while cooking. So we must clean our kitchen so that we can avoid this, you know. So that is all for the classifications of fire. Thank you.
So today's video will tackle about the fire prevention. The goal of fire prevention is to educate the public on the precaution which should be taken to prevent potentially harm fires and how to survive these fires if they occur. Never leave your kitchen while cooking. Dispose the cigarette spots properly and always keep your place clean at all times. Regularly check the electrical installation in their homes, workplace, and have their damaged electrical wires in electrical factories and repaired or changed by the licensed electricians. There are tips for fire safety. First, install the smoke alarms. Smoke alarms can alert you in a fire in your home in time for you to escape even if you are sleeping. Second, plan your escape plan for fire. Be sure that everyone knows at least two unobstructed exits like doors and windows from every room. If you live in an apartment or building, do not include the elevators in your escape plan. 3. Keep an eye on the smokers. Careless smoker is the leading cause of fire deaths. Before going to bed or leaving home after someone has been smoking, check under and around the cushions and upholders furniture for smoldering cigarettes. 4. Go carefully. Never leave cooking unattended. Turn pot handles inward on the stove where you can bump them and children can grab them. So 5. Give space, heater space. Keep portable and space heaters at least 3 feet away from anything that can be burned. 6. Portable air conditioner safety. Do not run the cord from the unit under the rug or through the wall. This can also lead to overheating and put the electrical cord in contact of flammable materials. 7. Matches and lighters are tools, not toys. Teach your children that matches and lighters are tools, not toys, and should be used only adults or with adult supervision. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, cover your face with your hands, and roll over and over to smother the flames. 9. Use electricity safety. Don't overload the extension cords or run them under the rugs. Don't tamper with the box. Use improper size of fuzzes. 10. Crawl low under the smoke. If you must escape through the smoke, crawl on the hands and knees to the nearest exit, keeping head 12 to 24 inches above the floor. So always be aware of the possible fire hazard in your house or apartment to prevent fires. Keep these tips in your mind. In line with educating the public of fire prevention, the BFP also encourages everyone to get involved and actively participate in fire drills conducted by barangays, schools, in local government unions, and place of employment. Fire drills are also essential and allows everyone to chance to enhance proper evacuation procedures. These also train participants to behave rationally amidst the crisis.
Girl, yeah, it's so hot outside. Oh my god, Bea, your nose, it's bleeding.
Oh my god.
First.
I'll be back.
Hello everyone, my name is Erica Jane A. Kyling and I'm going to discuss what is an electrical burn. So an electrical burn is a skin burn that happens when the electricity comes in contact with the body surface. Okay, so it may be caused by several sources of electric sources such as lightning strikes, stun guns, and contacts with electrical appliances and household currents. So, when electricity comes in contact with your skin, it can travel through your body. So, when this happens, the electricity can damage tissues and organs. So, this damage can be mild or severe, or it can even cause to death. So, organs that are commonly damaged include the heart, the the kidneys, the bones, and the muscles, and the nervous system. So, let's talk about the heart. So, in heart, people can get abnormal heart rhythms. Okay, so their heart can also suddenly stop beating, called cardiac arrest. Okay, so it is called a cardiac arrest. So that will be happen. So in kidneys, the kidneys can stop working normally if the electric current comes into our body. So next is the bones and muscles. So if the muscles are severely injured, substances from inside damaged muscle cells can leak into the blood. Okay? So next is the nervous system. So the nervous system can, so people can pass out. Okay, people can pass out, have muscle weaknesses, or have eye or ear damage. So those are the organs that are commonly damaged when when electrical burn comes into our body. So what happens when the what happens when when burns caused by the electricity okay, so the most common shock related or non-fatal injury is a burn, right? So a burn caused by electricity may be of three types. So there are three types of electricity burns. No. So there are three types of burns caused by electricity. Okay, so these are the electrical burns, the arc burns, and the thermal contact burns. So what is an arc burn? An arc burn or flash burn occurs when you are exposed to bright ultraviolet light. Okay? So it can be caused by all types of UV light, but welding torches are most common source. Okay, so that's why it's sometimes called welder's flash or an arc eye. Okay, so flash burns are like sunburn in the eye and can affect both of your eyes. Next is a thermal burn. So a thermal burn are skin injuries caused by excessive heat. Okay, typically from contact with hot surfaces, hot liquids, steam or flame. So most burns are minor. Okay? So minor na siya nga burn. So it can be treated as outpatients or at local hospitals. So we're going back to electrical burns. So an electrical burns can result when a person touches an electric wiring or equipment that is used or maintained improperly. Okay, so typically such burns occur on the hands. Okay? So electrical burns are one of the most serious injuries you can receive. So they need to be given an immediate attention. Okay, so when you have an electrical burn, it must be have an quickly response or attention. Okay. Additionally, clothing may catch fire and a thermal burn may result from the heat of the fire. Okay, so you can get a thermal burn once your clothing or your clothes that you are wearing catches fire. Okay, so that would be all for my report. Thank you.
First aid for electrical burns. The first step to take when a person is contact with electrical source is call 911 or other emergency service for minor or mild burns. Follow the first aid step. If symptoms of race, consult your patients or head to the nearest hospital with an emergency department. So these are the first step of first aid. First, do not touch the electrical burns patient with your hands. Second, unplug the appliances or turn off the main power source. Third, if you cannot turn the power off, try to remove the person from the source of electricity. Do this safely by standing on dry surface or using a dry wood object to push the patient away from the source of electricity. Fourth, when it is safe, check if the person is conscious with breathing, then gently touch and talk to the person. Fifth, check whether the person responds to touch or being thrown after separating them from the electrical source. If the electrified person is not responding, start CPR immediately.
Number 6. If the victim has burned, remove any clothing that comes off easily and rinse the burn in cold water until the pain reduces. Then, give the first aid and burns. 7. If the person shows any sign of electrical shock, lay them down with the head slightly lower and the chest and the legs elevated. 8. Stay with the electric burn victim until the medical help arrives and watch for signs of infection. So what to do about the burns that aren't as serious? For minor burns, rinse the burns with water for at least 20 minutes and apply sterile gauze bandage. There may be burns where the electric current entered the human body and where it left the human body. Then call your doctor to discuss injury. An evaluation is usually needed if you have visible burn to the skin.
So hi everyone, my name is Marie Ibanez. So I'll be talking about when to contact your doctor. So first, even though electrical burns are minor, there are still cases of severe burns that cause internal damage, especially to the heart, muscles, or brain. So even though your burns in your body, especially here in the parts, the muscle is, even though it looks minor, it should still it can still cause for internal damage to your body. So if you have been injured by contact with an electrical current, you should be seen by a healthcare professional. So if you have, even though it is minor, especially the ring part, the knee ends, and mga muscles, it can still cause internal damage. So that you have to directly go to a hospital or a healthcare professional. So the damage may be worse than you would expect from the burn in the skin. Even for a mild electric shock, is needed advanced medical care to assess whether it is dangerous or not. So in here part, damage that caused your skin or the burns that you have, even though you expect that it's just a little or a mild burns, it can still cause you a lot of burn to the skin, especially in the inside. And also, so that's the important thing. Even though di sa gamay lang ang kaso, dapat siya pagdoon o ka ng healthcare professional. So this part, how to prevent electrical burns. To help prevent you or a family member from getting an electrical burn, you can first wear PPE if you are working in a high-risk environment. For example, in a fire hazard or what, you should wear PPE so that you can prevent the electrical burns. Second, put child safety numbers in all electrical outlets and extension cords and make them check the dangers of electricity and not to use appliances at all. So if you have child in your house, you should practice them how to manage, or you should educate them how to prevent the electricity and the replaying, and also the appliances should not be reached by your child. Next is keep any kinds of electrical cords out of the range of children. Just like I said, you should your electrical appliances should not be reached by your children. Next, follow the directions properly when using electrical appliances. If you are using, especially if you are first time to use electrical appliances, you should read the instructions and the other prevention about the appliances so that you would not risk yourself or your health. Next, avoid using electrical appliances in the shower or near the water. So, we all know that if the electricity has been to the water and nakuan siya na something sira siya, and it will touch the water will technically be electric. So next is when you are working with electricity, turn off the circuit breaker. If you are working with electricity, example in the house, you should turn off what we call the Bisaya plan. So this is the circuit breaker, so that the electricity would something alive. But the most important thing is to take a free basic first aid practice test to prepare yourself for the professional exam. For example, for this is the most important thing is to practice basic first aid kit, especially in your house, especially you have your own first house. And these are the prevention from electrical burns, and that will be all.